That was a little weird, but hey, okay. Hello. Hi guys, welcome in. How are you? I'm just getting my area ready a little bit. All right. Okay. So today we are doing some free readings. I'm also doing personalized readings, and I'm still setting up a little bit so we can chat. You can tell me where you're from. You can say hi. And once I get all my decks kind of like in order, then we'll start doing some readings. So how are you? Tell me where you're from. I'm in Southwest Florida. There was a tornado yesterday, but it's almost over. It's bright and sunny out, but it's still like super windy. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Oh, it's almost the afternoon where I am, Eastern Standard Time. So you're in Delaware, Oregon. Hello. All right. Trying to like send out some good love vibrations, get some of you guys back in here. How are you? I'm Katie Maike. I am a psychic, intuitive medium. I do a lot of missing people cases on my page. I'm a professional medium, so I do life coaching. I have a master's in sports psychology and behavioral analysis. So I kind of take that into like intuitive life coaching. I do a lot of mediumship and psychic readings. And today we are going to do some little free messages for you guys. And I'm also going to do personalized readings through Hey Hero, which the link is right in my bio. So as soon as I get all these decks set, let's chat for a little bit. Hey, I'm so glad you caught me. Hey, from Indiana. Hello, Mrs. Evans. Thank you for being here. All right. My family and I, if you don't know much about me and you're new here, my family and I are getting ready for this minimalist lifestyle, traveling on the road, and we're about 4 months away from this. So, you know, you guys made this possible. My career is now wherever I am, and my husband is a stay-at-home dad, and we've sold a lot of our belongings, and here we are. And I'm so happy to connect with you guys today. So just like I had said before, I'm doing personalized readings through the link in my bio, but I'm also doing free messages for you guys in between the readings. Hello, friends. Hi. Hey, from Jersey. Well, welcome in. Stick around. We're going to do some readings. The only thing you're going to have to do is hang out, watch. When it's time for the free readings, you can put your name in, and then I randomly pick a name. Usually I get some type of vision or visual. I'll say whatever it is that I see. Those are like typically called energy readings. So if you're interested in furthering your reading, or even just getting anything that has to do with medical, fertility, and energy reading, relationships, tarot, career, finances, I can look into your birth chart to talk about like your North Node, your true life destiny, and things like that. So hello, welcome guys, welcome. All right, I've got about 3 more decks to shuffle, and then we will get started. Today is all about love. That's my theme today, is love. Oh, and you just put some hearts up there. Yes, yes. Thank you. Hello from Michigan. Hi, Sarah. How are you? No tornadoes today. No tornadoes. I'm hoping. My mom is coming. She's visiting from Maine on Friday, and she was messaging me. I'm really worried about the tornadoes. Don't worry. They're quick. Like sometimes we have so many canals down here that sometimes we get like these, I don't know what they're called, like these air tornadoes, and you don't even see them coming, and they just come out of nowhere and just like take everything up in the air. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I am going to start doing, I'm still working on a schedule, but I am going to be doing 1 day a week where I do just mediumship readings live on here for you guys for free. So I hope you can join me. I don't have a date for you yet. I'm just getting my schedule set. I teach psychology to kids in Europe, in Asia, and through YouTube, believe it or not. So I'm just ending that, and I'm jumping back on this train. So all right, I'm glad you guys are vibing with me. All right, I have like this energy of love. I have like, it's just about like finding a deeper meaning of love, finding that deeper feeling of love. And it's insane. Like, a lot of us chase those adrenaline rushes and things like that. But when you experience like a true heart chakra awakening, like, that is so addicting. You don't even realize, you can't even fathom the depth that love, the ability and the emotions that love has, and the capabilities. And oh man. So if some of you guys are just on this journey and you have never had a heart chakra awakening, the only way I feel like to get there is through meditation. So just start meditating, follow me, listen to some of the messages, see if they resonate with you. Love, yes, love. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about Hey Hero. Thank you guys for being here. I'm not hosting any tandem lives yet, but I appreciate you being here. I will do that on another day when I do mediumship readings. We'll go do live readings one-on-one, okay? So thank you so much for being eager. And all right, so let's begin. My name is Katie Maike. Let me just tell you a little bit about my journey before we start. So how did I even become a medium? When did I realize that this was even a thing? Okay, I mean, from a young age, I was the kid that sold rocks. I didn't have a lemonade stand. I had a rock stand, and I was very much so that mystical kind of person. My South Node is in the 12th house, so I know I've been a shaman and I met some type of medium or healer in a past life. And in this lifetime, I really felt connected to it, but I couldn't figure out what it looked like or what it was. And it took one day of me waking up and saying, okay, I'm going to live in this awakened moment all day today. Because, when you're just starting out, it's hard going back and forth and following your intuition. You're not used to it. You're used to relying on your fears and making your decisions based on your fears. And just by heading in that direction where you're saying, okay, I'm going to follow what I feel drawn to and not my fears, and let's see where it takes me. And I started my day off that day. And let me tell you, so I wake up and just some background information. I have this huge fear of the police. My parents used to parent with the police a lot. It's kind of in my family. I don't know. A lot of people, I feel, have that kind of parenting where, like, you just use the police to, like, threaten the behavior. If you don't do this, then the police will arrest you or come and get you or something like that. So I just have to say, when I was starting my journey, I woke up that day and my kids turned on the TV, and I looked up on the TV, and it was like on Netflix, and there was a picture of a woman in like an orange jumpsuit, like she was in jail. And I was like, ugh, like a fear of mine, right? I was triggered by it. I didn't realize it, but I was triggered by it. But I was like, okay, there's a sign there. There's something here. So I then go right to my phone and I open up Facebook, and there's a picture of a woman that looks just like that woman. And she's also, it's like her mugshot. But she is telling a story about how she's changed over the years, and she was basically acknowledging her past and saying how far she's come. But I didn't know this girl, but I did know the pictures matched, like, identically, okay? Hey guys, I'm just telling a little background kind of about how I realized I was psychic, or a medium in that way. So anyway, I looked at this woman's name and I didn't know who she was, but I knew her mother, and I had worked with her mother about 7 years prior, and something inside me told me to reach out to her. And I was like, okay, let's just ask Tracy if she wants a reading. She's kind of pretty open about this. Like, let me just do some cards. And I had a really crappy deck that I really didn't like and I didn't feel connected to. And I drew like 3 cards. I did like a past, present, future. And then at the end of the reading, I had these visuals, and it was an outline of her body, and I started to see some areas of her chest that were bright red, and I saw some circles of yellow that were down like in like the uterus kind of area. And so I had told her about those things, and she took it very seriously. I had no idea what it was. I just felt like I needed to communicate this to her. So a month or so goes by, and she ends up telling me that because of the reading, she went to go have a mammogram, and she found out she had breast cancer, and it was pretty far along, but it wasn't too far where she had to have anything removed. Luckily, she had like 22 to 25 chemo treatments, and they got rid of everything. 2 months went by, and she went to have a colonoscopy, and she told me that the doctor that performed her colonoscopy, he took out 2 large masses that were in her colon. So when she woke up, she was like, oh my God, that's what Katie was talking about. So when she relayed that information back to me, this was like, we were crying, I was crying, she was crying. We just couldn't we really couldn't believe what had just happened. And I mean, potentially I had saved her life or saved her breasts at the least. And it was then that I realized that I had something going on in here that I needed to speak out and say, and who knows what I know, who knows the information that's coming through to me, who knows who that could save or who that could help or what that could do for the world. And that was really like it was like another awakening of boom, like, this is your calling. And even though it's so scary, guys, like you have no idea like how scary it is being a medium, doing readings for people and then not getting like direct feedback. So like when I do readings for you guys on Hey Hero, I send the video message to you, you get it back in your email. And then I always give you my email address or a way to contact me because I want to hear from you. I want to know what resonated. Honestly, if you are exploring your gifts, the only way that you're going to really understand yourself is by doing readings and getting feedback and talking with people or working with other people. So, here we go. That was a little bit about me. I started off just doing medical readings for people. I would tell people about their medical history, bones they broke, all kinds of things, sicknesses. And that it came so easy to me. And then I got in the field of mediumship and all other mediums were like, I don't do fertility or medical. And I was like, what? So, all I can tell you is I see what I'm meant to see. Usually if you're getting into this field, people say, well, how does it come to you? How do you know what the difference is between your own thoughts and the thoughts of spirit or something that's coming through that is in a metaphysical or energetic form? And the only thing that I have to say is you don't try. And I know I'm like, don't picture a red balloon. And you guys are like, I can't do it. I see it in my head. And all I have to say to that is, it's like out of sight, out of mind by making your mind focus on something else. So what I do is I go into my head and I picture like this black background of a screen, like a TV that's not turned on. And I sit there and I try to hold that black screen for as long as I can. And then in comes pictures, in comes words. Sometimes I feel like I have to vomit a word, like it has to come out of my mouth. So if you guys would like a reading, how often do you question your abilities? From let's just say this is me in the very beginning of time. My questioning my abilities was daily. I questioned my abilities all the time. It wasn't until it was so many times where people come to me and they'd say, your reading was spot on, or how did you know this? Or, yes, they found this person here exactly like you said. And my husband looked at me and he said, Katie, the day that you stop surprising yourself is the day that you know you believe in yourself. And I said to myself, holy shit, like, I don't believe in myself. Why don't I believe in myself? Like, how many confirmations is going to make me believe in myself? Is it really, how many? How many do I need? One? I mean, I've had thousands. I have so many reviews on Hey Hero. Go check those reviews out. If you're kind of on the fence about this and you're like, is this right for me? Go check out the reviews. I have about 100 reviews on there, I think, last time I checked. You have to just stop one day and say, like, is this meant for me? Does this feel right? And if it does feel right to you, you just have to keep going with it. And sometimes you're going to be wrong, but your interpretation might be wrong. It's not so much the message. Yes, deja vu is 100% connected to psychic abilities. 100%. It's dreams are psychic, it's psychic interpretations. It's the reasons, who was it? Dement and Kleitman, 1955. Did you know that we created the atomic bomb before we realized that people's eyes moved, that before we even knew that REM existed, that people dreamt? We kept it to ourselves. We thought it was something that was like black magic. Okay? So dreams are ways that our conscious mind is eliminated, and only our subconscious mind and even our unconscious mind can really start to let go of visions and things like that. So Hey Hero is the company that I work for. This is an amazing, it's a spiritual platform. You guys have heard of like Cameo and Memo. Well, this is specifically for mediums, psychics, palm readers, astrologers. There's a plethora, human design experts, those who connect to Akashic records. There's so many, and it's a very reputable platform that allows us to connect so that you know that you're connecting to me. It's almost like a third-party validation of who I am. There's so many scammers out there. Hey Hero, you'll go on there, you'll see my face, and it'll see a $22 reading, and then you can increase your price based on what size reading you want or how many different things you want to incorporate in your reading. And you can add pictures, photos, you can put your birth date information in there. So if I need to look in your birth chart, I can look in your birth chart. The link is right in my bio, and it's heyhero.com/influencer/ Katie Maike Psychic, which is my Instagram handle. So thank you. Hi. Hey guys, thanks for being here. Hi. Hello. I'm Katie Maike. Hello. Yes, on Hey Hero. So yeah, go on Hey Hero. The link is right in my bio. You click up here, you know, my face pops down here, and then you click on that. It takes you to my bio. It'll take you away from here. Or you can just wait till my live's done, which is fine, or when you're finished. The link's going to be up for the remainder of the day. Okay. So let's see. They say that you cannot dream of people you've never met or know. Do I believe that? So I think there was a time where I believed that, but I don't think I do anymore, because like, as my psychic abilities are my visions and things like that, I see faces of people. I can describe what people look like. You give me a name. Sometimes I don't always get it, but a lot of the time I see features of them. I often see people's hair. I can't always give you descriptions of people's faces, but sometimes I feel it, if that makes sense. I may not see it, but I feel it. So in dreams, I think that dreams, a lot of the time, it takes the people that you know the most and it puts like weird spins on things. So, you know, you might have a weird ass dream and you're like, why was I digging for chocolate in the graveyard with grandma? Like, you just need to take the idea, like the general idea, and maybe you don't have to take the main characters as for who they are, but what they could interpret or who they could be interpreting. Because I do feel like when the messages are mostly meant for you, Spirit's going to take what you know and they're going to use that to communicate with you. And you're so lost. Okay. We're talking about dreams. We're talking about like dream interpretations, psychic abilities, things like that. You want to forget how do you get past, you want to forget about a dream. You want to forget about a trauma. How do you forget about it? You have to accept it and find the lesson that's in it and accept that lesson. And that's really all you have to do. Sometimes we have reoccurring thoughts or reoccurring dreams because we are trying to push them away, and our conscious mind is like, no, you need to deal with this. You need to, there it is. You need to deal with this. Can you pick up when someone has psychic abilities? Yeah, when I do readings, I do psychic ability readings. I can pick up a lot of experiences as doing energy readings. Basically, I become you, and I'm being shown things that you experience or feelings that you experience. So sometimes, for example, I had a client and I did a reading for her, and I told her, I was like, I feel like I'm in the grocery store, and as I walk through the grocery store, I'm like overcome by emotions and thoughts. Like I walk by this old man and I think something about what he did that day, or like he's coughing and my chest hurts. So like I might feel experiences that you've experienced and things like that. You can ask questions about who your guides are, any messages from your guides, fertility, medical, relationship, career, finance. My second master's degree is in applied behavioral analysis. So I have worked with a lot of kids with autism in the past. My family has a nonprofit dedicated to teaching kids who are autistic how to socialize using Lego bricks and building techniques. So as far as understanding the scientific proportion of autism, I feel like I have that under wraps. Now, my psychic abilities combined with that, I've found that I've been able to help a lot of parents communicate with their children or even elderly that are nonverbal. So if that's something that you've been thinking of, like, how do I communicate with this child or my elderly father, or how do I know what he wants, or whatever your question is, I have done readings for parents in the past, so you can always ask that when you book a reading as well. Okay, so let's get to do some readings right now. Okay. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions. When I meditate, I see a face, but not their eyes. Ask who they are. A lot of the time we are afraid of what's coming in, or we don't wait long enough and we release it and we try to get away from it. That happens to me a lot. My daughter's school wants me to get her tested for ADD. Thoughts? Like, getting tested for ADD and medicating for ADD are two different things. You can get her tested all you want. I just think that creates like a label of some sort. And sometimes it's the self-fulfilled prophecy. Sometimes I feel like, honestly, I feel like ADD is like a majority of people. It really should not be on the DSM because it is not rare anymore. It's quite the norm. So, okay. Let's see. Let me read some of these questions. I see you guys have some awesome questions. Okay. I'm just coming to my feelings. I've been getting a feeling that someone is having heart issues. Okay. So I've had that before. And now this is what I have to say. When you're coming into your abilities and you're starting to feel things, like, for example, like, my gosh, there was one point where I just kept seeing twins everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to see twins? Am I going to have twins? Like, why am I keep seeing twins? And it stayed on my mind until I was presented with a person who had twins. And like, it's almost like training for you. Keep that in mind. Like, keep having that go through your brain. If you're triggered by something, why do I keep seeing this? Why do I keep seeing this? There is a meaning. There may be something in the future that you need to pay attention to that you wouldn't normally have paid attention to if you weren't getting all of these signs. So everything that happens to you, every message that comes to you, every confirmation that comes to you, because, in psychology, we have something called confirmation bias. So if you have something that's on your subconscious mind or that you think a certain way, when you see things in your world, your attention is going to be drawn to that because it's going to help to confirm your own beliefs. We tend to do that a lot when we're like Googling, will salt make me fat? Nope. Okay, good. I'm done. Yeah. So we can do that like with our abilities too. Okay. Ashley, if you want to know what you'll end up doing in your life career, you can please book the reading right now. The link is right in my bio. Let me show you what the site looks like. I have my laptop or my tablet right here. So the readings are $22. This is for you want to know about your life career. So what I would recommend is putting in your information about your birth chart if that's something you're interested in. So I can look at your North Node, I can look at your MC, and I can look at the house placements of those. So here we go. Let me just show you guys what Hey Hero looks like. So you guys are like, all right, I got this. She showed me. Okay, so Hey Hero, I'm sorry about the ring light. I'll put it right in the middle. Okay, there's Hey Hero. I'm right on Hey Hero. So you'll just click this little button right here that says Ask Katie a Question, and it takes you right to my page. What I like about Hey Hero is if there's any problems or any issues, they have support. They also give me codes all the time, which I don't have right now, but they give me codes all the time for discounts and stuff for readings. They give you guys codes for discounts for readings. So that's why I love working with them. So I do have this right here. So if you do purchase a reading, I'll be able to see it. If anyone does purchase a micro reading, which is a $22 reading, and it pops up on my screen, I will do the reading live for you. All right, let me go down a little bit. I have some messages. All right. Panic attacks. Now listen up. Panic attacks. We're going to talk about this because it's anxiety of not knowing about the future, right? It's the unknown. And what happens is we're thinking about the past. We're constantly thinking about the past and constantly dwelling about the negative things that have happened in the past. And when you wake up every morning and you have that past on your mind, you're basically starting off your day in a negative way. You're starting off your day and you're creating your reality from the past. You're literally bringing the past with you. And sometimes we are stuck in this mode of like, I don't want the past to happen, but I don't know what the future holds. And that creates anxiety inside of us. And the best way that I can say to you is, we can't all predict our future, but we can create our future. And you have the ability to change and create your own future. And panic attacks it's like a revolving door. You are having a panic attack because of a certain situation. And while you're having a panic attack, you're literally programming the next panic attack to happen. And when that happens, you're thinking to yourself, you're even panicking more because you're having more anxiety. It's like this, it's hard to get out of until you wake up that one day and you change your routine, you change your mind, you change your thought process, what you're going to think about. And a lot of people ask me, like, how do I do that? How do I change it? And look, you have to give yourself prompts sometimes. You have to write down like what you're friggin' grateful for, what you want to think about. Write it down, put it next to your bed, and when you wake up, read these 5 things to start your day. Like this is proven psychologically. If we don't control our own mind, if we don't control our mind and our body by not doing these routines, and routines are okay to a certain degree, like energetic routines, but like if a routine is not allowing you to progress, then that routine needs to go and you need to find a new one. How do you do that? Stop waking up and doing the same thing every day. If you wake up on the right side of the bed, wake up on the left side. If you go to the bathroom before you get dressed first. It's the smallest things. It's the smallest things that can just send this wave of new eating or new exercise, or, it's just about getting out of those routines to start something new instead of sitting there and saying, how can I? Okay. We have to control our body instead of letting our body control our mind. And whenever I say like, when your body controls your mind, when I say that, oh, someone got blocked. Ooh, what happened? I missed it. When you let your body control your mind, it's because you're thinking of how as a question instead of coming up with creative ways to actually make it happen, if that makes sense. Okay? So stop asking and just allow stuff to come through and be grateful in small moments. Small things, okay? I've been looking into hypnosis too. I have been looking into hypnosis too. Yes, you can ask mediumship readings in the micro. You can ask anything you want in any one of the options. The reason that they're laid out that way is just to give you an idea of, okay, I'm looking for something that's psychic related or spiritual related. But the micro reading is kind of generic. You're basically just getting that time frame in that micro reading. Okay. If that makes sense, let me look on here. So you can ask anything at all. You're just given that 1 to 2 minutes, of that reading. Okay. All right, and I am seeing some readings come through. Let me, giving me grief for charging. Well, they must not realize how hard it is to develop these psychic abilities and how much time it actually takes. Like, I'm sitting here for 2 hours while my family has to go somewhere else so that I can sit and work and really do a good job at it, if that makes sense, And for those of you who are just starting out, look, I've been through this. I've been through the feeling guilty for charging. I've been through this. When I first started, what I did in February of last year was I did 145 readings for free. And I did that because I said to myself, okay, like I need to get to know myself. I need to get to know my style. I need to get to know if I can even really do this. So what I did was I did 75 readings for free. You can do this too, okay? I just had people send me a certain color heart. I would say like, send me a blue heart and I'll do a reading for you. I'll send it back within a week. Okay. And I would do it written down, and then I'd just take a picture of it and send it back to them, let them interpret it, whatever they wanted. Did I send that reading? Did I send it back that way? Yeah, I did. I still have a couple notebooks of like my first month of ever doing it. And, you know, and then you realize that you're right. And then you realize how much time it takes to like get yourself into this space and all the work that you've been doing over the years to gain this knowledge. And I mean, I have 2 master's degrees. That's like $200,000 in debt. All right. Now, after, I just believe that I'm qualified. At this point, I have enough confidence in myself that I'm like, hey, this is, if someone's going to pay for a life coach, why not pay for someone who can see more, you know? Readings are draining. What's a little competition for messages from the, oh, compensation, competition, you know? I mean, and honestly, this is what I have to say. Everything is a reflection of you. So if you don't necessarily charge, or you don't believe people should charge for readings, that's just a reflection of how you feel about yourself, about something, whatever that is. You may not have enough confidence in yourself. I mean, because there were times when I was like, oh my gosh, my price is like, is $11 too much? You know, is $20 too much? Is $30 too much? And, you know, I just have to believe that everything is meant to be, and have enough confidence in myself and know that I'm putting in the work and I'm putting in the energy, time and patience. Yeah. So it's really been about a year of me being, of charging. Previously to that, everything's been free. So, I appreciate the advice for whoever scolded me for cheating, for having people pay. But, I mean, I can send you my bills. I can send you my bills. All right, guys, I do have some readings popping in, but I'm going to do like 2 names. So start throwing your name out there. I'm going to do like 2 names, and then I'm going to jump on a Hey Hero. And I do have some micro readings coming through. Let me see if I do have micro readings. I'll do the micro readings, the 1 to 2 minute readings. Oh, I don't have any 1 to 2 minute readings. So let's just do some free readings. Let's do some free readings now. Okay. All right. All right, guys. All right, Alicia. Alicia, I saw you wearing a white gown, but I don't know. It felt wedding-y-ish, but it felt like flower girly-ish. So I'm not really sure what that was, but it felt really whimsical. Alicia, a message for you. Okay, so Alicia, I do feel like I do feel like you are someone who has a lot to say. You've got a lot of feelings, and you like to tell people them. And there's just this energy of you pulling back a little bit. I don't think starting any new things right now is like a good idea. So like if you were having like this word vomit ever about like starting something new, or let's do this, and I just feel like there needs to be like a whole, like pull back the reins a little bit and maybe like think about it a little and maybe draw it out a little is how I feel. I feel like you're just going to say something too quickly. All right. So, if you're feeling a little like you got to split something out, just maybe draw back the reins a little bit and say, okay, this is what she was talking about. Maybe I'll just like think about how to say this better, or maybe the timing is a little off. Okay. But I feel like you're going to have this intense feeling that you have to spit it out now. And I want to advise you that maybe you want to think about how you say it. Okay. All right. Marianne. I saw you, Marianne. Marianne. And I would love and appreciate if all of you just double tapped on that screen. Yesterday I got up to 44.4 thousand likes. Right now I'm at 9.7 thousand. So we'll see if today is similar. Okay. Marianne. All right, Marianne. So like, I keep seeing, this is probably like a metaphor, but it's almost like I keep seeing you like reach for something, but like you come back empty-handed every time. And I feel like there's something that you've wanted, something on your mind for a while, and you just can't figure out how you're going to get it. And it's like, you're like, okay, everyone says to manifest, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to be, and this is, I'm going to write it down, and I really want it, but how the hell am I going to get it? There's this energy that you're just almost there. I feel like there's a step further that you have to go with your manifesting. Like acting as if you have it. And that's probably the hardest thing to do, is to like be in a mindset or be in an emotional state of something that you don't know what it is. All right. So this is what I'm going to just suggest to you, and everybody can do this. Okay. How do I'll get back to you, Monica, about that question in a second. Okay. A way to kind of cheat the system when it comes to that, because everyone says like, okay, I want a house. What does it feel like to own a house? How can I put myself into that mindset of owning a house? So this is what I do, guys. I watch movies that like relay a similar message. Let's say the family's buying a house in the movie, or let's say I want an inheritance. So I watch Peter Rabbit. I watch Peter Rabbit, and I watch it, and I watch the guy get his inheritance, and I watch him get his land and his home, and I picture what I would be like as that actor or actress, or I put myself in that position of the feeling of getting it or owning it, or when that person on that screen says, he left you this house, I pretend that they're talking to me, and I start crying, and I embrace it, and I feel all those feelings that come with it. So if you find that something is still out of reach for you, I would just engulf yourself in the feeling of actually having it. Okay? All right, here we go. So, it's okay. I honestly don't mind if people are like jumping in here with like Bible verses and stuff, because like it's just going to drive up my views. So stay in here, whatever, just, try to, if everyone else can outdo them, that would be great. So I don't see them as much. But in the beginning, like coming into this, like my family was like the worst critics, like not my mom, but like the ones outskirts. So like when you deal with your family first, and then you come into yourself and you know that this is what you're meant to be, like, hello, I have my 12th house is in my south node, and first house is in my north node with an Aries energy. So I'm literally taking spirituality and bringing it into my everyday work. How can I not know that this is what I'm meant to do? So all y'all haters, I just know when someone puts something out there onto someone else, it's a direct reflection. They are projecting their fears and their limited beliefs and their traumas on me. I already know that. Okay. And you don't have to be well educated to know that, but I have 2 master's degrees and I've studied the shit out of it. So for me to not be like, you projecting. Like one time someone commented on my eyebrows. I'm like, who's told you? Who's done that to you? Like, do you have an insecurity about your features? You know what I mean? So, you just have to have a very large heart chakra awakening and realize that everybody comes from a place of trauma. That there's no reason, nobody above you or at your own level is going to put you down. Only people that sit below you on this energetic level will put you down. Only. You will never see someone that is full of light and love and telling you anything negative about you. Unless you ask them for something. Okay, Trisha. Oh, a card fell out for you right when I did that. Okay, Trisha. Okay, you're being asked, the world wants you to show the real you. Show you the real you. And this is coming through in full moon of like Aquarius energy. And Aquarius energy is kind of like, oh, my puppies are over there. The Aquarius energy is kind of like saying, sorry, my puppy's over there. They're barking. This Aquarius energy is like doing something for the greater good. Okay. Instead of just maybe putting some meaning behind something or a bigger purpose of some sort. Okay. So showing the world the real you, there's a bigger purpose for you. And I don't think that you've fully even acknowledged it. I feel like maybe it's easier to like sit back a little bit and not get that full attention, you know? Like, were you the type of person that was taught like, I want you to stand out, but not too much because then they'll notice me, you know? Like, yes, peace and love. Peace and love. I swear I was like this hippie shaman, kind of like lived in the woods, kind of, I don't care about nothing. I'm gonna eat this grass all day. Like, I don't know. Or probably smoke this grass all day. That's probably who I was in a past life. I was like the girl who lived in the tree. I don't know. All right. Let me see. Britt. Thank you. Yes. And if you guys are looking for a personalized reading, a full reading, please click the link in my bio. I work for a company called Hey Hero. That is this is my full-time job, is being here for you guys. So, if you'd please, I'll just show you what it looks like real quickly here on my tablet. So, all right. So when the readings come through, I see them pop up here and they pop up. And you can add pictures and photos if you want to connect to a past loved one, if you want to connect to a past pet. Yes, I do pet readings as well. And fertility, medical, anything about relationships. I can use tarot for any situation at all. Most of my energy readings are very helpful for people who don't really understand what's going on. Maybe there's so much in your external environment that like you just can't grasp a hold of what you need to focus on. Energy readings are good for that. Okay? You keep dreaming about a wolf. It's probably your grandfather. All right. Okay, so you're asking if I could connect with your 10-month-old granddaughter who passed away. I have not, I've not ever connected. I have connected with children, children who haven't been born, and angels and babies and things like that. I usually don't get a lot of words, but I get a lot of pictures and images and feelings. So yes. Okay. All right, Janice, here we go, Janice. Got a message for you. All right, Janice. There's some energy that you're being asked to embrace, and a card just fell out for you, and it's the 11th house. This is in the 11th house, has to do with like friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. All right. So I feel like if you are kind of questioning, like, what do I do next? There's this energy of you kind of joining some groups, seeing where it leads you. Like, this is what I see. I see you joining like a couple groups. But like the first couple groups, I don't know, I'm just thinking of like Facebook. I don't know what it is. I like joining it, but then like you find the one. And it's not the first or the second one, but it's like later on. And the only way that you get here is by joining these others. So if you are like, well, these aren't producing anything, or I don't feel connected to them, just keep trying. There is some energy that you need to find a lot more people that think like you. And whatever it is, even if it's small, like crafts or anything like that. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you, Monica. So someone is asking about lost loved ones. Now, if you go to my website, intuitioncc.com, I do have an option down below for a 10-minute phone call, and that's free. And you would have to book that, or you can book a reading. So the phone call is like a consultation to like figure out what it is that you need. If stuff comes through during that 10-minute phone call, it comes through. But I do have people that book readings for missing people on here. I do have people that message me silently. Sometimes I do publicly. I am going to start doing mediumship readings, or maybe I'll do missing people on like every Monday or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like if I do like one day that's like dedicated just to missing people, I would have to figure out how to organize that so I'm not like bombarded, but we could do that if that's something that, because I don't use Venmo or Zelle or PayPal or Cash App, because that's what all of my scammers use. That's what everyone who pretends to be me uses. So I only use third-party sites that can validate who I am, like Hey Hero, Memo, Snip feed, which I don't have the link up right there right now. TikTok, like you can tips in TikTok, you know, like stuff like that. I only work through third-party companies. Okay. So maybe that's what I'll do instead of just do like general readings or mediumship readings, because I know a lot of mediums that are very talented. I know a lot of mediums sit and do like mediumship readings. What I can do, we'll try to aim it towards missing people. I feel so drawn to this. I mean, when I was a child, I went missing in a mall, but it wasn't long. But I still think to myself, like, what if that lady didn't return me to my mom? Like, where would I be? Yes, Monica, thank you. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, the more people we can help, and, you know, like, at the very least, let me tell you, you guys talk about how do I get over haters. Oh my God, there's a whole level of haters of people that do missing persons cases. Other mediums attack me for doing missing persons cases. So I have to know, yeah, missing people or cold cases. Anybody who's missing, anyone that needs some type of clarity in what happened. And the thing that I have to tell you, a lot of people, it's odd to me is like, if I say things that are what the common public think or believe, then it gets this rush of information. But sometimes I get the complete opposite of what nobody thinks and everyone dismisses it. And I'm saying to myself, I'm sitting here and I'm like, maybe this is why you haven't found him, because you think this happened and you're all looking here for him. So let's do that. Let's do, we'll dedicate like Mondays to missing people or something like that. I know today's Monday. We're just doing readings and stuff normal now, but we'll start doing that. Okay. And if anyone wants a personalized reading, something that is personal to you, in depth, anything medical, fertility, relationship, career, finance, energy reading, please click the link in my bio right now. It'll be there after my live. So if you just want to sit and watch and then go there after, I would appreciate it. Okay. So those readings, just go to Intuitive Healer. My name will pop up down here. You click on that and the link in my bio. Okay. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's Katie Maike Psychic, and the link's there too. Let's see. It's so hard to be dismissed when you can't shake a feeling. I know. Gosh. Okay. Kimberly B. Kimberly B. I feel like I have to talk about what's on your mind right now. I feel like I have to pull a card and like what's coming through. I was going to tell you like some energy that you need to embrace, but like, I don't know if there's clarity you're trying to find right now, but on something, and if there is, think about it, because I'm going to tell you what the answer is, I feel like, or an energy that you need to embrace for that answer. Okay. I saw the letter S. Okay. Okay. So the energy that you need to embrace for this thing that's going on right now. Okay. There's something that's going on right now. I got Uranus, which is radical change, like complete change. It's not like, let's slowly change over time, or let's start where we left off and then we'll change as we go. No, this is like step one has to be a step that you've never done before. That's how I feel. Okay. So if you're looking for a resolution of something, or something is going on in your mind and you just can't figure it out, there's something you've never thought of that you've never done, and you need to like allow it to come to you. It's not even about you going to find that answer. You just have to stop trying to find the answer. And I do feel like that will come to you, and it will come in a very radical way, like mind blown almost. Like, I can't believe I didn't see this. Like, that's how I feel. I'm right. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Thank you. Okay, Violet. Violet, a card fell out already for you, Violet. There must be something that you need to know. Okay. I got the North Node card for you. I don't know if you know your North Node or not, but your North Node is an energy of your true destiny. This is what you are destined to have and be in this life. So, honestly, the way the message is coming through, it's not really anything except for that you might be having some problems in clarity about what you are actually supposed to do. Like, okay, 22,000 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I applaud you. Thank you very much for being here and tapping that screen. So, wait a minute, time out. Okay, Violet. There we go. This is telling me that maybe you need to head towards it. Maybe you need to look up your North Node. Maybe you need to start researching a little bit about how to find clarity. Your MC, for those of you who don't know, your MC in your chart, you go to astrocharts.com, type in your information, and it'll lay it out for you of what and where your MC is, your North Node, South Node. And then you can like go and look up some videos and stuff if you want on your own, or you can book a reading with me. And I'll get that information to you in a video response. That'll be sent right back to your email, and you will have that video always. You'll have that video, right on your account on Hey Hero. Okay. So it saves it. So if you're looking for more purpose, which it seems like you're looking for more purpose, there's this energy of you just having to look for it, to search for it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm getting some messages from Instagram at the same time. Dominique, are you in here? Are you in the live right now, Dominique? I just saw I got a message from you, and I know I have a reading for you on here too. I don't know if you're in here or not, Dominique. I hope that helped you, love. I hope that helped you. So I see Tanya, you're in here. Dominique's in here. Lorendana. I don't know how to say that. Lorendana. Lordana. Is that how you say it? It's so beautiful the way it's written. I'm so sorry that I'm butchering it because it's such a beautiful name. I'm going to have to like see how to pronounce it. All right. And I do have just one more reading that came through. Okay, she sent me a photo. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Perfect. Because after I get done this, Dominique's the next reading that I have. So, but Dominique's reading is a missing person, or I think it's missing persons, and it's about 8 minutes long. So I'm not going to do that one live. I do like to stick to the 1 to 2 minute responses for the live. It's just so much easier to upload those. Okay. Oh, look, if you guys like numbers, who's into their numbers? Look, I'm just show you a number right here. So I've completed 1,616 readings on Hey Hero. And it's like, where are you? Can you see it backwards? Up there. 16. So I just had to point that out because I'm literally looking at 1616 right now. Okay. Yes, your numbers. Okay. You guys do know that if you're seeing numbers, it's leading you to psychic abilities, right? You guys know that, right? I have a video on my page. It's far down, actually. Maybe I'll do another one. But if you're seeing numbers, let me explain it very quickly, and then we'll get back into the readings. Or you can take this time to go purchase a reading on Hey Hero. You'll get that back as soon as I get to it. Most of the really, really small responses or the 24-hour responses will come in today. Okay. So let me tell you. So normally, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate your compliments. Like, I love all the love you're giving right now. Like, if you want a reading on the live, you just have to purchase the micro reading, which is a $22 reading. Micro reading is the $22 reading, and I can do those live for you. They're 1 to 2 minute readings, and they're just easier for me to upload from here. Because, guys, I don't think you guys, I don't have internet where I am. Just on my phone. I don't have, my house doesn't have internet. We don't have, internet that goes to the TV or anything like that. So I have to, do all my videos and then go somewhere else and find some fast Wi-Fi and upload all the videos. So Like yesterday, I did a bunch of videos and then I went to upload them and I had like one person like took their, Iman, I think was her name. And I think that was her name. I think it was a she. I'm not exactly sure, but I think on here. And when I went to upload it, she took it away. So, I still have the reading, but no way to get it to her. So, all right. So you're experiencing number signs, repeating numbers, synchronicities. What's happening is it's your guides, your universe, your higher self's way of getting your attention in the outside world, in this 3D world. Okay. And, ooh, awesome. I'm so happy that you did that meditation. Ooh, that must have been nice. I love meditating. So your higher self's trying to get your attention because, you know, we grow up in a society, we don't listen to our intuition. We're looking for validation in the outside world. So these number signs come in, and what we start to do, first we recognize them. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, I saw that number again. I saw that number. And then when they start to become regular, what happens is you start to equate the message in your head with the number sign. So say you were thinking something or doing something, and then all of a sudden I see the number 88. I think, what was I thinking when I saw that number? What does that number mean? Let me look that number up to see what it means. I would always look up my number signs. Always. You guys want to hear a story about how I could have gotten fired if I didn't follow my number signs? Please say yes, because this is so fucking insane. This is so insane. Okay. And then we'll get right back to the readings. Are the readings done on this TikTok live if we purchase? If you purchase a micro reading, then I will be able to do it on this live. If you don't want, I will tell the story. Okay. If you don't want me to do it live, you can just put, please don't do live. But when they're about 8 minutes long, I don't tend to do them live. And I do have a lot of 3 to 8 minutes ones. So when I'm done the live, I'm going to do them and upload them and send them to you. Okay. So, here's my story. So I was a teacher and just getting into my number signs. Okay. And the kids are playing Kahoot. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a game where the kids can do a quiz and it's live on the board and they're all trying to get the correct answer, would be the first one to answer, and they get scores. And so every time, do you charge? Because I do not use Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Please, Monica, tell people this all the time. I do not use any of those payment methods because scammers do. Okay. All right. So yes, multiple choice questions. Okay. So they're up on the board, and every time scores come up, I'm seeing these number patterns. Like some kid's score is like 15151, you know, or like all these number signs. So the number signs are flowing to me, and I see one and I look it up and I write it down and I look up what it means. And it says, someone is plotting against you. And I've never in my life received some type of message from a number that was in any way negative, but it wasn't negative now that I think about it. Okay. So I'm like, that's weird. And what I did was I crumbled up the number and I stuck it in my pocket and I threw it away or whatever. And I said, oh, that doesn't mean anything. So I leave that day and, I go home, and it happened to be a Thursday. Now, it was normally Friday nights, football games. I took my kids to football games every Friday. I worked an hour away, so we would have to drive an hour back. It just so happens that night, my school was playing my hometown, which was 5 minutes down the road. Okay. So I get home and my daughter runs in my bedroom and says, are we going to the football game tonight? And I said to myself, how did she even know that there was a football game? I said, I guess we're going to go because I'm using my intuition, right? I'm going with it. I'm saying yes to opportunities. And so I said, I'm going to the football game, even though I didn't want to. I turned around to pick up my phone, and my principal, my boss, her name was up on my screen and it was bouncing as if I had tapped on it or something. And I can't figure out to this day how it was moving like it was moving. So I see her name and I said, oh, maybe I have to talk to her at the football game. And I said, what is it about? And I start getting all these things. And Avid, the word Avid comes up, which if anyone knows, it's a program. They teach teachers this program. Anyway, I'm like, okay, so I'm coming up with all these ideas. I'm thinking I'm going to this video. I'm going to this football game and I'm going to be talking to my principal and maybe I'll get a promotion, or maybe she'll think I have these great ideas. And I'm getting myself pumped up and I'm driving there and I'm seeing like 4545, 555, like all these numbers about change. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So I get there and I see my principal, but this is not a home game. So I have to go sit in the bleachers. Well, my principal spots me and asks me to come down on the field with her. And I said, okay. So I come down and I bring my daughter and she's coloring and I'm sitting with the principal. And you know, it's so weird. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I see numbers, like I see the times like 22. And I see a football jersey of number 11 in front of me. And like, as I see these numbers, I'm like thinking of things in my head. So then I start to say to myself, like, bring up conversation with her about Avid. Okay. So I say, oh, so I've been working a lot with Avid and she looks at me and says, what do you mean about Avid? Like she's on the defense. Like this came out of nowhere. I almost peed my pants. And I said, I was just gonna talk about some like positive affirmations. And she's like, do you have something against Avid? Like she starts like, I'm freaking out. Okay. I'm like looking around. I'm looking at the other teachers. They're not looking at me. Okay. They're like avoiding me. And so she starts to get louder and louder and she's talking about all of these things that I have no idea what's going on. And I look at her and I say, can you please tell me what's going on? I said, you're getting really angry at me and I have no idea why. I have no idea what's going on. And she's like, really? You tell me you came to this football game and you bring up Avid and you have no idea what you're talking about? And I go, yes, I have no idea what you're talking about. So apparently, we went to this training, and because I was a psychology teacher and I don't fit in with like history, math, science, I was verbally put in a group of people who don't find any Avid techniques useful. And she thought that was a threat to her school, that I hated Avid, that I was doing things behind her back, to to somehow sabotage her or whatever. And I like had to assure her that it wasn't me. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know how this even came up. And she's like, you're telling me that you came here. Avid is like a program. Avid is like, teachers use these Avid techniques. It spells diva backwards, believe it or not. You can see it right there. But it's like a program like Kagan, Avid. It's a lifestyle of teaching. It's a money-making lifestyle of teaching. Someone came up with a name for something and said, this is what we do. And then, schools make money off it and teach other teachers. Yes, it's a teaching system, whatever. So my name got put into this and it was so bad. Like this one person had apparently filled her head with so much bad shit about me that she was ready to fire me. Okay. And she's grilling me on the football field. Cornell notes. Yes, all that shit. Wicker. Yeah, all that. She's telling me, how did you know to come here and bring that up if you're telling me you have no idea and that you weren't part of this? And I said, my intuition. She told me that I better be quiet about my intuition before people get the wrong idea about me. Anyway, so you have your principal screaming at you on a football field in front of so many people that are telling you to just stop talking. Like I was looking at everyone, they're telling me to stop. And the whole time I'm telling myself, I'm an effective communicator. I can get through this. I can figure this out. And then I go back to that time when I looked at that piece of paper and my message was that someone was plotting against you. And I'm like, who would do that? Exactly. You would have no idea because it probably wasn't valid. So, 2 days went by and then I got called down to her office with the assistant principal. And here she's just grilling me. And I'm just saying the truth over and over and over so many times that I went and I brought the assistant principal back up into my room to show her my psychic abilities. Not the regular principal, the assistant principal. But that was my last year teaching. And then I started doing more life coaching. So here I am. That is insane, right? So follow your number signs, look them up, see what they mean. Okay? Because that could change your life. All right, Teresa, let's do a reading for you. Did I get you the other day? Did I get you today? Teresa. Yes, it is insane, guys. Crazy. If you would like a micro reading, please click the link in my bio. You can ask me any question you want. If you have questions about other people, if you want to talk to past loved ones, put their name. If you have past pets, put a picture. Okay. Here we go, Teresa. There's a lot of Teresas. Okay. Well, that's kind of shitty. The answers you need are coming, Teresa. You just have to sit back and wait. That's literally what it says. I'm gonna pull another card for you. Let me see. What is a block that you're having right now? If something comes up that says that you have no patience. Living your purpose. Okay, don't wait. It's almost like something is around the corner, I feel like. Something's coming for you. Not in a bad way, in a good way. And I feel like it's news. I feel like it's words. Like, I mean, just because this is a Gemini, it's a full moon in Gemini, which is communication. So I just feel like the right conversations have to be had, and then it's almost like a light bulb is going to go off in your head. So just be a little bit patient as far as like, you know, looking for the next step. What are you going to do? What's going to bring you happiness? Okay? So for lost loved ones, I'm going to be setting up a live on Mondays. I know today's Monday, but I just thought of it. Okay, I just thought of it during this live. So I'm doing it right now. I'm not prepared. I want to be a little prepared. So lost loved ones, we'll do a day dedicated to them. If you would like to purchase a reading, you can do a micro reading. It's a 1 to 2 minute reading. The link is in my bio. I do have other options. If you want more lengthy readings, that's a possibility. If you have a loved one who is missing and you just want to do like a consultation and just to kind of see, maybe some background information, how I feel about a few things, whatever comes up in that 10-minute conversation, we can do that as well. That, you can book that at intuitioncc.com. That's my personal site. Okay. All right. Karen Ann. Okay. So how do you know what your purpose is? This is a really good way to go to astrocharts.com, or you can book a North Node reading with me. Just book a $22 reading and say, can I have a North Node reading? I'll tell you what your, what you want to look for is your North Node. Okay. You want to look at your North Node. You want to look at what house it's in. Then you want to look at the 180 degree opposite. It's not going to say in your chart, but it's going to be the opposite is your South Node. So you're taking your comfort zone. You're taking what you're good at, what you are naturally good at, and then you're bringing it into a different energy and you're bringing it into a different area of your life. So for example, I'll use mine if you guys are wondering how we do this. So my North Node is Aries and it sits in my 6th house, which means my South Node is Libra, sits in my 12th house. So I have to kind of say, what is Libra 12th house energy? Libra energy is we. It's a lot about we. It's a lot about doing things for the good of other people, just very carefree energy, balancing out energy, caring, making sure that other people have things that they need. And the 12th house is about like spirituality, shamanism, healing. So I'm not necessarily supposed to be in a place of solitude and healing myself and doing things for thinking about other people or doing things with other people, because we is also like collective. So I could have been collaborating with people in spirituality in a past lifetime. In this lifetime, I have to take that spirituality, okay, of the 12th house, and I'm bringing it into my 6th house, which is work. I'm actually working. I'm actually making a living, making a life out of it. And I'm doing it with an Aries energy, which is solo by myself. I'm not doing it with other psychics or other mediums per se. So that's kind of how I defined it for myself, if that makes sense. Okay. And if you do want a love reading, please, you can book that as well. Just click the link in my bio. So how do you find these? Let's do it. I think I might have a chart up right here. Okay. Astrocharts.com. Okay, guys, I'm at astrocharts.com, and I actually have a chart of someone who erased their reading. Like I did their full birth chart reading, and then they deleted their reading as I was uploading it. Iman, if you're here, oh my gosh, I have your whole reading. So anyway, you look at your birth chart, okay? Let me see if I can get the ring to not be in the middle. And right here, that's the North Node. That's the node sign. And you can see that it's in Leo. And you can also see that it's in the 12th house. Then you're going to want to look across. Well, I mean, you can just look up that the opposite of Leo is going to be Aquarius. Where are you? Okay, and that sits in the 6th house. All right, but if you just go to Astro Charts and you don't want to look it up and you just scroll, it actually just tells you like what your North Node is in, Leo. Okay, and for a lot of you, you can look up your MC right here. It says MC is in Taurus, and what you would do is say, just put MC in Taurus in maybe Google or something like that. And it'll tell you like MC in Taurus is someone who likes to have a set career, but it's also someone who is very forward or very creative with what they're doing. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I think the educational part comes from being the teacher. I do a lot of spiritual coaching, intuitioncc.com. You can book one-on-ones, with me. Okay. All right. Let me look at some of these. So excited to look at it again. Yeah, look at it from a completely different perspective. There's so many things you can tell from your birth chart. Like, for example, like here's something cool that I learned. Like if most of your stuff is on the left side, it means that you had a lot of control over the choices and the avenues in your life. But if a majority of your birth chart is on the right side, then a lot of it is like fated, if that makes sense. If it's in the upper half of your birth chart, it means like a lot of your problems and crises and the things that you go through in life will be public. And if it's in the bottom half of your chart, it means a lot of the crises and things that you go through will be private. Okay? That's just some like quick stuff that, you know, just by looking at it, just like, let's get used to what this is so we don't get scared of it, right? It's almost like telling us think outside the box to find your purpose. You know, and this is what I have to say. If it's comfortable, it's your South Node. Okay? So for me, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to just go up in the mountains, like, and hang out with some people on a retreat and like be away from technology and like, I don't know, try some ayahuasca and have an experience and like live life that way, like being with people like that, doing things in groups and like being in my own head and like not having to worry about make money and stuff like that. That's my comfort zone. So I have to do something that's completely the opposite of it. I have to be out and I have to do it by myself and not depend on other people. Okay. So, but it's not like you're forgetting who you are. You're bringing your talents into a new area of your life. Okay. So, my website right now is not in my bio. It's intuitioncc.com. I'll write it in here, if I can. And I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to write in this, but here, I'll respond to you. Right now, the link that I have up takes you right to Hey Hero. Oh, that was the wrong link. Girl, I gotta do it again. Okay. What is up in my link right now? The link that is available right now is going to take you to Hey Hero. Hey Hero. That's the site I work through, Hey Hero. This is the site that I do my readings through, my video readings. It's just safer. They have a complete system put in place. I have support put in place. I speak to the owners, Katie and Cole, often. So like we have a good rapport, I would say. And yeah, the moderator, yes. I know, I'm not usually on here for 2 hours. She's been doing pretty good. Okay. Thank you so much, Monica. I appreciate you. Okay. Now, Awesome. Okay. Let's do some more readings. Let's do some more free readings. If you guys would like a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio. Let's do some random messages, things that you need to hear. Let me take a sip of water. Trixie, because of the black hat in your picture, I said hat. I'm going to use my shadow work deck for you. Ugh. Don't worry. It'll only hurt a little. It won't hurt. It'll make you feel better. It should. I'm hoping that it just opens your eyes to something that needs to be acknowledged and healed. Okay? There needs to be, I feel like there's forgiveness to yourself that needs to happen. Okay. Now, this desperation card came up and it makes me think, like, right when I saw it, I actually thought more about, like, not being heard. Okay? And having this desperation to be heard, like, as a child. It's almost like, I don't know if you had a lot of siblings, but it just feels like there was competition for having to be heard by your parents. And specifically, like, I'm seeing a mother figure when I'm talking about this, and I don't even necessarily feel like it's a lot of kids. Like, she might have been busy, and that's like looking for attention that way, if that makes sense. But like, what I'm being shown is similar to like my childhood, and it's almost like this is the best way to put it, but I don't feel like your mom's on the phone. It's like when your mom's on the phone and like you say something to her and she's like, yeah. And you think like you walk away. She thinks you got the answer, but you know you weren't heard. That's kind of like how it feels. So I feel like you need to just acknowledge that a lot of the reasons why you're quiet now is still because of all of those things that haven't been resolved. I feel like there needs to be some like acknowledgement. Yes, I wasn't heard. And what am I going to do about it now? Like, now I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to speak out about that because that's not who you were meant to be. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's move on. You're welcome. Namaste. Liz. Here we go, Liz. Okay. Liz, this is how I'm feeling a little bit. Like, I see you. There's fulfillment that is missing from like your heart. I feel like there's a chasing of happiness. And I feel like, I don't know if it was, did you recently, see, I'm being drawn to like Christmas, but did you recently like realize that the fulfillment that you seek in life is not coming from the material world and coming from things? Like, is that something that recently went on in your head? Because I'm seeing like you opening up presents, and I almost feel like there's this like, you're looking at it like, this isn't going to make me happy. I don't know. Let's see what the message is for that. Now, when people are alive and I do energy readings, I have to tell you that most of the stuff that comes through is metaphors per se. Like, here's an example. I did a reading one time, and like in the beginning of the reading, the woman was in an above ground pool in a float, and it was in a whirlpool, and she just kept going around and around and around and around. And this was like when I was first starting out my abilities, and I still didn't know about like an energy reading versus a mediumship reading. Oh, okay. Let me get right back to you, Liz. Okay. So, and I asked her, I said, do you have an above ground swimming pool? And she said, no. I said, well, do you feel like you're going around and around in a whirlpool and you can't get out? She's like, yes. So like, that's when I realized that a lot of feelings come through as metaphors when they're visual. So, okay, Liz, I literally see you opening a present, and then like you're not happy. And I just feel like like the card I pulled for you says go deeper. I feel like you've just been taught that happiness comes from things, comes from material things, or even accomplishments, like comes happiness. Like we are always striving for happiness, but I don't think that we realize that happiness comes when we have complete understanding about things. So I feel like there's some going deeper of really what you're not happy about and how and why you're disguising it as external things. Like, okay, maybe this will make me happy, instead of really acknowledging what it is. This card looked like a nug. You know what? It did. It's called Epidot. Right? Go deeper. Look, if you have to smoke some ganj to go deeper, do it. Just do it. Like, there is MDMA therapies that help people go deeper. Ayahuasca, I mean, marijuana, do it. Like, make those connections. Do microdosing with shrooms. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you that the experience could be life-changing for you. And it's not something that you have to do every day, but the experience itself could change your mind. And let me tell you, you've been meditating more. Awesome. Keep doing that. Let me just tell you why things like let's just say MDMA, which it's like psychedelic, psychoactive, a lot of people call them mollies or ecstasy. Maybe it's different. I don't know. So listen, when we do, I was thinking, what is a nug? A nug. A nug. A nugget of gold? No, that would make me happy. But, so what does I say? Okay. So the amygdala in your brain, the amygdala is attached to highly emotional memories. So for example, if you see a person on fire running down the middle of the street, that memory is going to be stored in your amygdala, in your brain. If you experience PTSD from getting blown up while you were in war, that memory is going to be stored in your amygdala. You guys want to know what happens when you take small microdoses of MDMA? It blocks the use of the amygdala. So when you're under the watch of a psychotherapist that's using psychoactive therapies, they are monitoring you by the dosage per se. The experience is your own experience. You're experiencing a euphoric place. The reason it's euphoric is because your fears are not present. It's not like a la 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 space. You're living in a world where your fears are not present. So therefore you think anything's possible. And when you do these MDMA therapies or ayahuasca or whatever, cannabis, whenever you do these, it's putting you in a state of mind where you can remember what it feels like to not have those fears, to not have those highly emotional memories that are controlling your behavior and your thoughts. So you can experience new thoughts, and those new thoughts make new neural pathways that start to create new futuristic outputs and things like that. So you can research this yourself. I actually teach this in my Cambridge psychology class. We do a study on Canley that talks about amygdala activation and, how highly emotional memories and how we remember highly emotional memories longer than things that don't hold a lot of emotion, mainly fear. So get that nug or that epidot, whatever you think this is. Epidot is actually, if you guys ever have epidot, if you are ever presented with epidot, it's something to heal healers. So if you are a healer and you're looking to further your healing abilities, prenite and epidot together, they come together a lot. That is a good stone to heal the healer. Okay? I would have loved having you as a teacher. Oh, in school? Well, you can have me as a teacher right now. Just in life. I loved teaching. And did you know I did not write one referral the entire time I was there? and I would tell other teachers teaching. And did you know I did not write one referral the entire time I was there? And I would tell other teachers and principals this, and they would hate it. And I would say, why does he act? They would be like, why don't they act up in your class? And I would say, because I control the situation every time. They're like, well, what do you mean? Your reaction to the child will cause the child to have to react to your reaction. So if you react in a way that is, you're diffusing the situation instead of escalating it. Okay, a lot of the time teachers act like children too when they're scolding. It's insane. It's so insane. Treating people with respect is the best. Kids, teachers. Epidot imprenite. Prehnite. Thanks. And I spelled it right. Oh my God. And I was the first one to tell my students that I am not a good speller. Oh my God. I would make mistakes all the time on the board. Okay. You guys are all sticking with me. I love you. Okay, Lauren, here we go. Lauren, you said your name at the right time. Lauren, I got a message for you. All right. Okay, Lauren, I feel like I got it before I even, let me pull this card. I feel like you have your wings. You're ready to fly. Okay? You're whole. Look at this. Wholeness. This is and it's the number 33. And there's 33 people in this room right now. Ah! Everybody, where's the raise the roof? I know you guys, the high five or the raise the roof. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. Look, fly, Lauren. Yes, you have your wings. You are whole. It's almost like I feel like you're too scared to go. It's like you're comfortable in this place where you're still gathering yourself and you're still collecting things. And you're like, okay, I just need to be prepared. But I have to tell you, stop. There's a time when you can stop. You're prepared. A lot of the time you're prepared the second you think about it. But like, we tend to second guess. But girl, Lauren, you've got this. You got your wings. You're ready to fly. Look at all this support. I love you guys. I love this. Oh my God, you guys are so sweet. Okay. Oh, I might need to take my puppies out to pee. They're having a hard time. Did you just, I know. I'm against puppy pee pads, but not this week. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to pick this deck for Amber. Here we go, Amber. I love you guys in this room right now. Thank you for being here. All right, go ahead and double tap on that screen for me. Please, please, please. I think I don't really know what it does. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what it does, but the numbers increase up here when it does. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Yes, it's been so great. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm back, and I'm so glad you guys are here with me. I'm really going to try to go live every day this week and what I'm going to do this week is going to be like this test run. Like, what can we do? How much can I do? Can I set up a schedule? I'm not good at schedules. That's in my South Node. My North Node says I need a schedule, so I'm going to do it. Okay? Okay, here we go. Message for you, girl. All right. This is for Amber. Okay. So before I pulled this card, I heard let go. Like, let go came out. And then I pulled the square card, which means a situation is going to come up, or it is in your face. Okay. There is some type when we're talking about a square, and I love this deck, guys, because it teaches me astrology at the same time as using the deck. Okay. So, a square is something that is a challenging situation. Two things that don't really add up, like having a draw, like which one's going to, maybe it's, okay, this one's going to win. It's like climbing a mountain to get what you want. And this is what I have to say. I feel like you got to let go and just go with the flow. Just don't try to control any challenging situations. If a situation is challenging to you or to me, I'm so sorry, I just read your comments about not getting a lot done this week. That is so kind. Okay. I can't forget about Amber. I got to get Amber and I'll tell you about the deck. So, when you're presented with a challenge, I love challenges and I'm going to tell you why. It gives me an excuse to say, I'm not making a decision. I'm not choosing. I'm going to let fate choose for me. And here's an example. Okay. So we just got, 2 puppies and, we got them from at different times. We wanted to get 2 at the same time, but we got the last one of 1 litter. So we couldn't get 2. And then later on, we decided to get another one. So I find a litter and there's a boy and a girl and we can't decide. So right then and there, that's a challenge to me. That's a challenge. I say, okay, a huge decision. I already have a girl dog. So, I'm making a bigger deal about this than it is. Okay. But I'm trying to use this as an example. And so I said to myself, okay, is there a way that the universe can decide for me? I said this. I'm not even joking you, okay? So I messaged the woman and she tells me, yes, we have 2 dogs available, 1 boy, 1 girl. And I said, okay, great. Can we come see them? She's like, well, actually, I just had a family call right before you and they want to come see the last 2 and they want to pick out which one they want. They want to go between the boy and the girl. Oh, 33. And I said I almost fainted. I was like, okay, so we don't have to choose. Somebody else is making the choice for us. Now, did we secretly want the boy? Yes. Who did we get? We got the boy. But, we didn't have to make that choice. So that's what I'm talking about, Amber. There's a choice that's going to be made, and I want you to sit back and relax instead of trying to figure it out. Okay? So the deck that I'm using, it's called, here we go. The Heavenly Bodies Astrology. It is written by Lily Ashwell. And I'm going to tell you, if you're learning astrology, but you're kind of good with cards like I am, get this deck. I have the link. I'll put the link up somewhere. I have a snip feed link tree. I don't have it up right now. But, so it's hardcover. It comes in a gorgeous box and it's many different, spreads, and it tells you what all the planets means. It tells you the sun. It tells you all the houses and what they mean, north nodes, all the water signs, cardinal signs, what that means. So, hold on, let me get my puppy. Come here. We might have to end this in a little bit for a bathroom break, but, yeah, he wants out of his little cage right there. It's not little, it's huge. But so in learning, in using these cards, it's teaching me so much about astrology. So I don't actually have to sit, and read about it. I'm the type of person that needs to work with my hands in order to learn. So this is a great way. Yes. He's like, you need some love, Mom. Hi. This is the little boy that we got. He basically came to us. Yeah. He's stinky boy. Who's stinky? All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this just because they want to go out. I do have some readings on Hey Hero to do. So I would love to do a reading for you. If you guys are thinking about it, if you've been here, head to the link in my bio. I have about 100 reviews. You can check them out, see if it's for you. Book a micro reading. It's $22 and ask me whatever you want. And if you want to know about your true life destiny, what you're most well known for, what you're going to be doing in this lifetime, or what you should be heading towards, you can ask me for a North Node reading. Okay? And I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time, 12 to 2-ish, around there, just like we did today. And I'm going to start setting up missing people on Mondays. Okay. So I thank you so much. Remember, check your Instagram for the photos. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dominique. Right? Yes. Okay. And yes, I'll look at those pictures. And Dominique, I'm actually going to go do your reading right now. And the rest of you guys that have booked, thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm going to be doing the reading, and then I have to like go find, that's what I normally do. So it might be a couple hours, but I'm on it. Okay. Can you tell me one thing? Well, go for it. You can tell me one thing. Oh, hi, you guys stinky puppy breath. The other puppy has better puppy breath. Oh, I'm so sorry. Stay warm, breathe in warm air, warm air, warm air in your lungs. Okay? Stay warm, put hot water bottles on your chest. It attacks the areas that are the coldest. Okay? And our nose cavity is cold, our lungs are cold. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, guys, with me. I'm going to go take the puppy dogs out. Head to one of my videos, send me a message, say hi, don't be a stranger, and I'll get back to all these readings. I'm going to do these today, so thanks so much, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I love today. It was such good energy, and I appreciate all you guys who hung out here for the long haul. Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. See ya. Thank you for being here.